I've been using this stuff for like 3 years. So I'm telling you, that's the trick to do. If you have a trimmer line sitting around for a long time, do not throw it away. It is still good. Hey y'all, thanks for tuning back into Chickanic. I hope everybody's having a great week. Do not go anywhere because today I'm going to save you a ton of time, money, and frustration in the future. Today we are talking trimmer line. But before we jump into today's video, if you're a fan of saving time, money, and frustration while fixing your own small engine equipment while watching in-depth tutorials, you've come to the right place because that's what I do. I upload a couple times a week, and if that sounds interesting, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, don't forget to hit the notification bell, and please leave a comment. I love to read through the comments, and I will reply to all the early commenters. Now, although we get in over 2,000 pieces of equipment every year at the shop, we get thousands of customers in with thousands of questions. And so I try to make my videos to let you in on what I see as the most common issues that customers have. So I made a video a while back about the best trimmer head ever made, which is the Speed Feed. This is mine. It's looking a little beaten and bruised, but it still works great. I will leave a link up here, and I'll also leave a link in the description box below so you can check that out if you want to. But even with a design made this well, people will have issues with the trimmer line getting stuck, breaking off quickly if they don't know this trick. Now, as a shop owner or even a big box store, companies get huge incentives to buy trimmer line in bulk, which means it can sit around for a very long time before a consumer actually purchases it. The bad part about that is trimmer line will actually dry out and become brittle if it sits around for a long time. First off, if anybody comes into my shop wanting to buy trimmer line, I'm there ready to help them because a lot of times you don't buy trimmer line that often. You're not sure what size to buy. There's different sizes, different shapes, different lengths, amounts that you can buy. So a lot of times somebody will come in, like I have 40 feet of this .065 or a half a pound of this .080, or I have a pound of this .095, and somebody will go straight over to this one and grab it thinking, oh, I just need a little bit, you know, it's cheap, I'm gonna buy that one, when actually the .065 is what goes into electric trimmers. So like very small Black & Decker, you know, electric trimmers. And so a lot of times I help them out that way. Now, depending on which trimmer you have is the gauge size of trimmer line that you're going to want to get. Now, like I said, the .065 is for electric trimmers, the .080 is for most curved shaft trimmers, and even some of the straight shafts that are low in cc's that you would buy from some of the big box stores, you know, the cheaper brands. The .095 is what goes in most all trimmers, straight shafts that have good cc power. Now, I do sell .105, which is still a decent size to fit into the Speed Feed, but a lot of times, depending on what you're doing, it can bog your trimmer down if it doesn't have the cc power to actually punch it. Now, because of these incentives that we get to buy trimmer line in bulk, we're able to sell, like, say, 40 feet for $5.99, half a pound for $9.99, and a full pound for $15.99. So you save a huge amount of money whenever you buy in bulk. But a lot of times people are leery of buying the trimmer line because they know it's going to sit around the house. They're not going to use it up that fast. It's going to get brittle, it's going to break, and it's just going to become junk. Here's the trick though. You can actually rejuvenate your trimmer line. All you have to do is throw it in a bucket of water, let it dry out, and it will suck in that humidity from the water and become pliable again to where it's not brittle and will break off. Now, I had a customer give me this huge roll of, I don't even remember the brand, it's not on there anymore, but it's 3-sided, and it was super, super brittle whenever I got it. All I did was throw it in a bucket of water, let it hydrate, and I've been using this stuff for like 3 years. So I'm telling you, that's the trick to do. If you have a trimmer line sitting around for a long time, do not throw it away. It is still good. All you have to do is rehydrate it. Now, you have to remember, these big box stores have huge incentives to buy a ton of it at a time, so it could sit around in their storage for years before it actually makes it to the shelf and gets sold. So even if you buy brand new trimmer line, it can already be to a brittly point where it's going to break off on you really quick as soon as you use it, even though it's a good brand. So you might have to do this, rejuvenate it, as soon as you get it. Now let's talk about the myth on shaped trimmer line. To be honest, Echo might not like me saying this because I'm an Echo dealer, but they sell black diamond twisted line. And I don't know. I've given it to some of my commercial guys and they've come back to me. You know, they're buying 3 pounds of trimmer line, 3 to 5 pounds of trimmer line at a time. They didn't see a difference in it when it comes to durability and quality. So they went back to the round line. Now, 90% of the time when a customer brings their trimmer head in and they're having issues with the line getting stuck in itself and breaking off right at the eyelet, it's because one, the line is brittle and it's breaking off, or it has the ribbed sides. It could have 4 sides, it could have 3 sides, but it will get locked up in itself as it's wrapped around the spool. So to be honest, I don't sell any kind of edged line at the shop. Everything I sell is round line, just because I made sort of that executive decision that people just really need to use round line. My other qualm with actually, you know, edged line is that even though this is 0.95 and my black diamond line is 0.95 and my round line is 0.95 or 0.095, the girth that the line actually has, that is exactly 0.095 all the way around on round line. On the black diamond line, yeah, the edges might be 0.095, but the center of it is actually really thin. I mean, so it's telling you what the outside diameter is, but not telling you the actual, you know, girth of the majority of it. Same way with the triangle line. Yes, the triangle shape, the edges, the really thin edges towards the outside, they're going to be 0.095, but the center of it is much smaller. So I feel like it's going to break off those edges really quick anyways, and it's just a gimmick to me. And what's funny is when they do advertisements for these, they show pieces of grass and one is all jaggedy, supposedly from round line, and one is cut perfect from, you know, trimmer line with edges. Does anybody really look at it that close? Not something my customers really care about. And to be honest, there's only 2 things that the customer's worried about when they're going to trim is it gonna break off and is it gonna get stuck in my head? And to be honest, if you use round line and it is hydrated, you will not have those issues. So I'm gonna leave a link in the description box below for the speed feed head and for some trimmer lines. Do not be afraid to buy in bulk. Save that money because it will last forever. So thanks again for tuning in to Chickanic. I hope this video saves you time, money, and frustration in the future. If you haven't found us on Facebook yet, find us at facebook.com/Chickanic. Find us at Instagram at @TheRealChickanic, or find us at Chickanic.com where you can buy hoodies, t-shirts, and long sleeve shirts. Thanks again. Have a great day.